Hello again. I think it's probably working this time. I was looking at my OBS and I was thinking that seems to be running very slowly. Not running very slowly, but the frame rate didn't seem quite right. And it was, I think it's now at 60. So hopefully, you know, it's better. Anyway, I think I've worked out where I am. I think the portal to Eltable is just over here somewhere. I guess it's probably that travel cross country thing there. Yes, I'm just going to have a run around, just looking, maybe poke my head in a couple of dungeons and stuff, whatever. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, like, I always loved Project Gorgon for its ideas, but I think the issue with it was that it's kind of like it's one of those things that I was talking about before, where someone creating a game, just bungs in all the ideas they've got, and not all of those ideas are particularly good, but they're not. That's not really what they're interested in. They're interested in just doing what they want to do, as opposed to maybe what a player base wants or whatever. And I think I think out of all of the games, I think this has had probably the steadiest population, like a general population, on a daily basis. So obviously it appealed to some people, but again, it was kind of like a minority, but maybe things will be different. I'm not quite sure why they would be. Obviously the game's been around for a long time and people would be aware of it. Obviously new people kind of learn about things. Even MMOs that have been around for a long time that maybe they've never seen before, never heard of before. That's not what I want. Yeah. Oh, okay. Pets Don't Zone review. Where are we? I'm trying to now remember zones. Because they look very different. Like this zone has had a massive upgrade. Like a lots more grass and foliage, and the trees are more detailed, etc. So this zone strangely looks completely different to what it used to. Whereas before I could come into a zone and just run anywhere and know what I was doing, Whereas now it just that is not the case. I think I just keep. Okay, I think this might be don't attack anything kind of mode. Music's quite nice as well. Yeah, this looks really different since the last time I played. A lot more detail. Maybe the music is just too high. Just turn it down. So I think the Kerr Mountain is still at the top there. The city is still just there. So, oops, where I was going. I should put it on. Put my pet on defense. That makes sense. It was. This is the MMO I think that I would probably still be playing. I did think about making a new character to try to experience the early game again. The issue with this game was, as I said, like it was just one of those games where the developers just thought all their ideas were brilliant and they kind of put them all in. But also, like towards end game, it gets like really grindy, like probably more so than any other MMO that I've played in recent times. Like more so than a classic MMO. And I think also, I think I've said this before, but I kind of feel that they struggled to balance the combat at the higher levels because I guess of player builds, just crazy builds and stuff. But I just found that to try to make combat more difficult, they like every mob. It got to a point where every mob I was fighting just put a status effect on me, whether it was poison or whatever it was, you know, and it just wasn't particularly fun. I'm not sure if my sure. Oh, we can kill them, yeah. I know with Ghost, you kind of had to sort of stun them first or something before you could kill them. But maybe my pet is such high level. It's just not a problem. Oh, we gained a level. Yeah, there's so many different levels, things to level up and stuff, which was I think was kind of is one of the game's like plus points. But it gets to a point where everything there's so many skills to level up, and every skill is, you know, you get to a point where it's just so grindy. So you've got so many skills to grind up. It just took forever, essentially. As I was saying before as well, like the combat, the way that it seemed to me as though they were trying to balance the combat was just by giving mobs like status effects. So you get into a fight with a mob and they kind of put like, you know, 10 different status effects on you and stuff. Everything poisons you or disease or lowers this or that or whatever for a period of time, and it just became a bit unfun. Hey mate, how you doing? Yeah, well I think that this is, you see, I'm pretty sure that this game, that Project Gorgon kind of already released at some point. So I think this is a Steam release rather than like a 1.0 game release, I think. So I think that's what's going on there. So I think that's why they didn't do like a character wipe. Because I think it was a big spider over there, fire spider. Used to farm those for sulfur, I think. So I think that's why. I think it was just the thing that this is a Steam release rather than yeah, because I was surprised when I saw it, because I thought to myself, this game has already been released. Yeah. Hey Liz, how you doing? Where are we going? But it's I mean, if you've never played it before, it's an MMO that I'd recommend everyone to try. Depending on its cost, obviously. I'm not sure how much it is currently selling for. I probably should have checked that beforehand. But yeah, it's it wasn't that long ago when I logged into it. It was months though, obviously. It was a fair amount of time. But yeah, there's been like a lot of graphical changes and updates. It looks like the zones. It's funny because the zones have kind of. It feels like they've lost a lot of their kind of like that kind of classic MMO low polygon kind of feel to them. Yeah. This feels kind of a lot more like a up to date. This kind of feels like more like an up to date, like a more modern visually, more modern MMO visually, or more like a you know, like a Unreal or Engine or whatever it is that they're using. Like a lot of like a more modern asset-y type thing. Which is a shame, because I mean, maybe I can turn it back to the classic look. I'm not sure, but I used to like the classic polygon look. But it's changed a lot, yeah. 15 quid on Steam, 16 quid. That's quite a lot, I think. I know some people say it's not, but it is when, you know. I don't know. It's like, I think the problem is that like I would recommend it at 15 quid if I thought. What recorder? I don't know why I've got that. Or what I'm going to do with it. There you go. If the end game didn't just become like a horrible grind of stuff, with so many different skills to grind up and whatnot, then I would probably recommend it easily at 16 quid. But it's like, yeah, I'm not sure. I think you still get quite a lot of time. You get your money's worth definitely out of it before that point, but oh man, it's weird. Like, it's not like I don't like the visuals, but it's Lizzie's tomb. It's tombstone. It's not like I don't like the visuals, but it's lost that like 90s polygon charm thing for more of like a kind of like a bland, generic-y Unity engine kind of vibe. Yeah. I like the volumetrics though. I always like a bit of fog and a bit of mist. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like you'll easily get your money's worth out of it, but I'm so kind of anti recommending games nowadays. It's just, you know, it's just I've done it so many times before, and people have like not horribly said, "Oh, I bought that game," but you know, it just wasn't for me and stuff. So I'm just a bit. I'm sure I think I saw someone. If there was any feedback there. I'm sure I saw someone say that you pet a certain amount of horses, and it's like a. I'm not sure if it unlocks something or whatever, but yeah, I mean, this is kind of very much the visual upgrade. I think is very much a visual upgrade to just try to attract, you know, people. I remember when I was playing it before, like quite a few people said they didn't like the visuals. But I'm a sucker for old-fashioned, yeah, like 90s polygons and stuff. So I'm sure the teleporter is around here somewhere. I've got a couple of these models. I've got a red one as well. Grimmalkin models. They're both rare spawns. One of them was a rare spawn from a dungeon. It was like a random dungeon. It was like a random quest dungeon, which was one of this game's best ideas actually, where you can just pick up a quest, and in the zone there's like an secret entrance to a dungeon. You just go along and do the dungeon yourself. The dungeons are open to other people, but very rarely. I guess now it probably might be busier. Yeah, I think I'm not sure if it was a blue one or a red one, but the one of them was a rare spawn in a desert location, which I tamed, and the other one was a rare spawn in a dungeon. But when you had to kind of get that specific quest for it to be in, I think, or specific area, and then it didn't always spawn in there. But I kept doing it till I got it. Of course, now I've logged in a little while ago. When I logged in a little while ago, I saw an animal tamer with a skeleton pet, a skeleton cat pet. So obviously now I'm gonna have to play until I get that. Yeah, it's like, I mean, like when you put the price up just then, I was going to say, oh, at 16 quid, it's a no-brainer. But then, you know, I thought to myself, well, no, I'm not going to say that for new players, because it kind of is a no-brainer if 16 quid's not that important to you, particularly. But at the same time, I think that, like, bearing in mind that we've always been like a classic MMO like community here, I think even taking that into consideration, you know, I think that the grind becomes too much for even a classic MMO player, I think. I'm sorry, I'm absolutely... What the hell am I doing? Oh, they must have moved it. Let's keep. Oh, Kerr. Oh, is the Kerr? The Kerr teleport used to be outside, I think. Hey, sup, friend? How you doing? Come on, Fizz. Let's go. Fizz is named after one of my, well, cats. Ex-cat, and I've got another pet named after another ex-cat. I think the other pet that's named after a cat though is a bear. But then that kind of did typify her personality, I think. Oh, here we go. They've moved this inside. Moved it into a safe spot. So Kerr Mountains, I think, is an environmental zone, I think, where you get cold and you can get hypothermia and shit. I made, like, if you do play the game, be careful what you unlock. I guess it wasn't really a mistake, but we'll go to Amari. I made the mistake of unlocking everything on this character. So, but there's downsides to unlocking stuff. So, I'm currently stuck as a werewolf because I caught lycanthropy. And once you've got it, you can't get rid of it. And whenever there's a full moon in real life, then you're stuck as a werewolf for that period of time, which is a brilliant feature, like real cool. But I didn't really think about that particularly long term when I was. This zone looks better with the new visuals. I like the snowy effect as well. I spent a lot of time here, I think. There's thingy over here, isn't there? Kerr Tower. Let's go and have a look in Kerr Tower, shall we, for a laugh? I've been there for ages. Yeah, so like I keep getting druidic emergencies keep coming up. That's because I unlocked druid, which is another permanent unlock. Which is cool, but you know there are some things have got like downsides to them. So just think about that before you unlock stuff. Which again I like the idea of that. It's just something that well, yeah, there are some mechanics in the game that I don't find particularly good, like as an animal. But why in God's name would a wolf be cold in? Maybe it's magical unnatural cold. I don't know. But even so, it seems a bit stupid. Can I do this as a wolf? I hope so. You can regain your cold level. You know, it's not too much of an issue with an emergency fire. There are some skills that keep you warm as well, but even so, like I kind of feel that an animal form with fur should keep you warm. I mean, there are wolves that can run at like 25 miles an hour all day, like in the snow. So I don't quite understand. Yeah, but there you go. It's game, isn't it? I guess it's game. Hungry tundra wolf. Oh, okay. Come on then, dude. Yeah, so when you look at, there's so many different skills: autopsy, skin, butchering, extract skull for a skill. I guess it's it's not the autopsy skill. It's something else. You can bury the corpse of some XP in something. There are so many different things in this game that you can get XP for, and it's quite good because when you first start playing, a lot of those things you just get naturally through playing the game. But you eventually reach a point where, you know, I don't want to kill a wolf as a wolf, so let's try and go around him. I like this zone. This is really nice. Yeah, you get XP for dying, and you get different skills for depending on what level of death you are. Are these aggro? These mobs? No, it's running away. Yeah, this game just had so many brilliant ideas. Well, it has. So it has got so many brilliant ideas. That bear, look, up on the cliff, was chasing me, but then he stopped running and reared up on his hind legs. That was pretty cool. I won't do too much in this zone because it's kind of low level, and I don't want to disturb anyone that's playing. What the fuck? But I thought we'd have a look. I think my bear pet is a bit more tanky, so maybe I should get it out, but... Oh no, there's no one here. Hey Jane, how you doing? Oh no, there is someone here. Warden skill. Oops, hello. Hello. Oh, there are people here. Okay. The werewolf with a warden skill there, which is pretty OP. I was levelling warden myself, but it's quite a difficult skill to level. But maybe I'll work it out. This guy's quite a bit lower level than me, so I don't really want to get in people's ways. I'll get my pet out in case I get attacked. Saying that though, like the game is not a walk in the park. Like I could still die here easily. So it's kind of like it's got that sort of old school vibe thing. I didn't want to leave those mobs hanging around. I should have left that. Maybe that guy was going to kill them. Don't know. We'll probably move on. I don't want to get in low level dude's way. I think the dungeon textures have had an upgrade as well. I remember when I first came into this dungeon at a lower level, there was like the ice slicks. They're a real pain in the arse. Because they've got a lot of hit points, but they kind of regenerated a lot. They regenerated a lot quicker than I could kill them, and it was so funny. I used to spend ages trying to come up with a rotation that would kill the mob, but it just obviously it didn't. It was quite funny. Yeah. Oops. Well, I think it's... I'm pretty sure it's already had a full release, but this is... Did we not kill the ice slick? Or maybe there's two of them. Yeah, these guys really do... I think ice runners, I seem to remember, a pain in the arse, because they... should probably do autopsy. Oh, fungoid anatomy. I'm getting some. It's one of the things I liked about the game was just the amount of different things you can do, things you can level up and stuff. And what did I get there? I don't know. Yeah, sorry, Jane. I'll go back. Yeah, well, I think the game's had a Steam release, which they're calling a 1.0 release, but I'm pretty sure that the game has already been released prior to Steam. I think it's just a, you know. I don't think I can kill these mobs on my own, really. Maybe I can. I've got my warden skill up, so I can probably gain a little bit of XP in that, maybe. Are they dragging us? Is that a corpse they're dragging? I don't know. I think it's... We had a check earlier. I think it's 50... Oops. It's 16 quid. But we don't think there's a subscription involved. But we're not 100% sure. There could be. Oh, Fizz, where are you going? Keep yourself out of trouble, will you? Yeah, I don't think there's not a subscription. There is a VIP option. Okay, let's head out. Yeah, I think you're right, Liz. I mean, I don't want to give him too much of a hard time, but I think the game, I think this is kind of like a re-release essentially. That guy's quite low level. Oops, so he couldn't kill the ice slick, I'm guessing. That regeneration. Yeah, when you're low level, that regeneration is horrible. These mobs are level 50 actually. I'm not getting any XP, I don't think though. I'm not getting any XP in animal taming because I need to unlock the next level up, I guess. Interesting, level 50 these mobs. Okay, let's get out of these dudes' way. My power, I was going to say my power regeneration is quite slow. So we need to come out northeast. Yeah, let's come out, head northeast, I think. Roughly. Yeah, well, I think they had a bit of a tragedy not so long ago. I'm not sure if the wife died, and so I think something like that happened. Something crap happened, and so I kind of thought that they were. Yeah, I kind of thought that maybe that was the end of the game, but it's come up with a release and it's had some updates. There's like a new high-level zone, which is a big city, which I haven't looked at yet. So, yeah. What the hell? Leave me alone. I've got any travel skills at the moment. like normally, if I wasn't a werewolf, I'd be flying around as a giant bat. But I'm stuck as a wolf. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the visuals have been updated. It feels, personally, kind of, I said earlier, it feels as though it's lost some of its charm. Some of that kind of 90s, like retro polygon charm. It feels a bit more Unity-fied now. Which is alright, you know, I guess. Maybe it'll attract more players. So let's see. Oh, okay. Well, that is. Target must be permanent. Okay. What? That will do. Oh no, that's not the. That's not the summoning. It's not the summoning skill. No. Oh, here. That's how far I've been away. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so this is my other Fizz. Yeah, I don't know if Fizz here, the red guy, the red version. I think he might have been the rare spawn in Ilmari Desert. I think he's got less hit points, more armor than my other one. And the other, I think the blue version was the dungeon one, where you had to get a certain dungeon to spawn to tame it. I always love that sort of stuff. Like, love it. You know, when it was the only reason I carried on playing Strad. The other, oops. So druids. Druids are needed immediately. Kill 90 desert overseers. Okay. Are there any druids left? I don't know. Ow, for pity's sake. Oh, wow. Interesting. I need to look at the stats. This version of Fizz, the red version, absolutely hammered there. Let's see what happens if he gets the jump. So I was looking for the Ilmari teleports further away than I thought. It's amazing the amount of things you forget when you come back to a new MMO. When you come back to an old MMO after a period of time. Yeah, it's good to see the game still going though. I was really surprised. I kind of thought when they had that, when they had the bad news, that maybe they would, yeah, just maybe the game would just kind of just stay as it was. But obviously it's still being worked on. I'm sorry I'm so slow. Normally I'm flying around, but I think I've got a horse as well, but I don't know if you can ride a horse when you're a wolf. I'm not sure. Oops, I got frostbite. We don't want that. We do not want that. I tamed a high level rat a while ago. I think it was level 60. Oh, that was no pet, was it? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there we go. Yeah, level 60 pet. So I was going to do like a. There's a rat that you can tame that debuffs whatever damage necromancers do, and so I was going to do like a rat animal taming stroke necromancer build, but I never got around to it. Maybe I'll do it again at some point. The density of content in the game is pretty, like, just from like a class point of view, is pretty crazy. I mean, there are a number of, I'm not sure if I've got them all. Look at that wolf there. Woo! Wow. I like the black wolf fur. I think I've got a snow wolf fur look, but yeah, like, what skills have I got still? Yeah, cow, deer. Druid can turn into a deer, I think. Giant bat, which is what I was normally playing. Lycanthropy. Cows are really good tanks. Spider was another one that I always wanted to level up more than I did. Spirit Fox I unlocked. Wow, the quest to unlock Spirit Fox. What a nightmare that was. I think I did that on stream. you had to wait until a certain point. You had to wait until a certain time of night. Um, and then hopefully some chest spawned with a little bauble in it, and you had to go and turn it in somewhere. And I didn't play Spirit Fox for long though. I think I didn't like the model or the animations. I think maybe it's changed though. They've updated the character models. They're a lot more detailed. Bit frightening. Like my original guy, this guy is an elf. But the elves and humans kind of didn't look that much different. But when I clicked to upgrade to new model, I mean the elves looked a bit like you know, like kind of goth band sort of rejects anyway. But the new one, holy smokes, it was quite scary. Desert Overseers. Oh, this is the druid. This is the druid quest, isn't it? I guess when the quest starts, all these mobs spawn. These beholder type mobs. Rots and invulnerable to rot skinned. So that's a druid ability, which I don't have on me at the moment. So we won't get involved with that. Yeah, one of the things I love about City of Heroes is just flying around or jumping around. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so the red version of the pet that I've got, you can tame the normal versions. The red version is a rare spawn in the desert. It's not actually that rare though. I think I've seen it on quite a few occasions. There are people doing the druid quest though. Every time you hear that noise, that means that one of the mobs has died. Travel in this game though is brilliant as well. Like as I said, normally I'm a giant bat, so I just fly around. You can change it to like a crow and fly. Some other birds, I think a duck. Like you got horses now. You know, you've got speed increase spells and stuff. That wolf skill that wolf had running fast, you can get that quite easily, but you have to make a journey to the wolf trainer and do something to unlock it or something for a month. So you have to kind of do that every month. There used to be a named mob over here in the water. Big slime. I don't think it's that green one. The geyser slug. It might be. It is an elite mob for 15,000 hit points. Strong regeneration. No, thank you. Just going to make my way to the city here. Yeah, but I agree. Like making movement is even something simple. Like I enjoy the movement in EverQuest. You know, classic EverQuest, like with Levitate and Spirit of Wolf. It's good fun. I'm incredibly slow though. Yeah, City of Heroes was a cracking game. You can of course still play it. There are some emulated servers that I still play on one. I still log in quite regularly. Good fun. Thinking damage from a sandstorm. Again, I'm not sure that would probably happen as a wolfie, but there you go. Maybe it's getting in my eyes. I think that was one of the issues with the game, as I said before, is that there's so many like debuffs that get in the way of your gameplay. You know, there's people riding horses and whatnot. Is that wolf again? I wonder where they're going. They're probably druids killing the quest mobs. Yeah, it's really good. Unlike the hero's journey, who pissed off Daybreak and had to shut down. There's a pig. I think I mentioned it, but there is a new server as well. Yeah, so this guy over here, I think it's Sir Johnson. He gives you these little quests like War Cache, and it's a little mini dungeon you go to and clear out for rewards and stuff. Maybe we'll do one. I used to think they were instants, but they're not, because sometimes I'd go there and the dungeon was clear. You can play as a fairy as well if you want. Yeah, so when you do those quests, he gives you Sir Johnson bucks, and you can. Oh, I got any? Oh, I've got some Sir Johnson bucks, and you can get stuff for them. I'm not quite sure why you would though. Let's see if we can do one, shall we? What we got? Okay. Oh, we've already got a... Well, okay. Okay, I've got to remember now. So, when you get one of his quests, I think he used to give you something which allowed you to pinpoint on the map roughly where the entrance was for it. Oh, Hissy, yeah. So this is when I was trying to find the cat, the rare cat to tame. Oh, what was it? It wasn't a recipe, was it? I don't think. Moon phase check. It's a full moon. So I've still got a spirit stone. I think the spirit stone I got is for the quest, is for the fox quest to unlock the fox class. I got so much crap that I guess at the time it must be relevant for something. Oh, long since forgotten what it was. Right, okay. Let's look at my quest log. Don't know what that is. War cache. Speak with Sandseer. Enter. Oh, okay. Speak with Sandseer. Okay. Done. Enter war cache. Okay. Okay. It's no good. I can't remember how to find the war cache. Oh my god. Please. Does anyone remember how to find a war cache? I thought it was maybe a skill that I used. There's something that you use and it centers on, it shows you on the map roughly where the entrance is. Let's look at the quest, shall we? Oops. Looks a little... Here's your map. Okay, so what have I lost the map or something? Is that what I've done? I don't know. Maybe that you get a map and you click it and it shows you, but I don't seem to have the map. It was quite a long time ago. I don't know why. I think the problem is if I quit the quest, then there might be a cooldown. Let's try again. Do me a favour. Okay. Okay, so something definitely went into my inventory. There we go. Okay, so it's right to the south there. Fair enough. Let's go. Ooh, I like that little, what was that? Might be the priest skill there, maybe? Oh, my pet's gone involved. Cool show. Okay. I don't know if I got anything for that. I'm not sure if I if I contributed anything, basically, but... We'll go and see if we can find the entrance to the little mini dungeon. Oh, I got 18 blessings for doing almost nothing. Yeah, so this is what happened with higher level combat, where you got a mob with all of these affixes and whatever it was, and it just all became a bit, yeah. I think because characters got so powerful, it was the only... It was the only way of, I don't know, making the game challenging. Well, we've got a long way to go. I've noticed a couple of names while I've been running around. And it's funny how, I mean, obviously I'm doing the same thing, but there are some players that go, people that players, content creators, whatever, that go from game to game. And I don't know, people have called me negative before and someone who always moans and all that kind of thing. But there's a group of players, and I've recognised a couple of names since I've been logged in. That are, and one of them I recognise from the Monsters of Memories Discord, and they're just players that just seem to go from game to game and don't really want things to change or improve. You know, they do that toxic positivity thing. Yeah. I mean, as I said, like, I go from game to game and moan, apparently. Oh, you old bastard. It's me. What we got there? Cause of death, loss of blood. It's almost like the worst form of like gatekeeping, I think, where you just go along with everything a developer does, like blindly. And I think that's kind of where things don't really seem to change. Right, where are we? We're over there. This was a very good idea, though. Wild desert rose being guarded by some dudes there. I don't think I'll be fighting that. It's invulnerable till you use a druid ability on it anyway. It's like when you consider this game like as an example of what I was talking about. When you consider, I mean, I saw some people in chat earlier who were once a player was suggesting that what a great improvement it was because it was only taking like 4 seconds to move something from their inventory to their bank or something like that. And you know, I mean, this game's been around for a long time, and even if there was a certain unexpectedness with regards to like the release of the game, I still think that you should have had the network stuff and the server stuff, pretty down by this point, But it was just the fact that there was someone who was essentially making it sound like it's good progress, that it's only taking them 4 seconds of lag to transfer something from their bank. I think that's basically one of the biggest issues with MMOs, particularly small indie MMOs, who where I think it's easier for developers to hear those kind of voices on their Discord or whatever it may be. So when you get near, when you get near enough to the, I think just to, oh, there we go. So mobs Oh, I need a pen actually. Yeah, so these little mini dungeons that you can get as you travel around, you'll get symbols. You'll get like runes on the wall, and the runes will unlock the chest at the end. Essentially, it's like a little puzzle you have to work out. Mobs are really bloody aggro in these places, so you've got to be careful. Oh, there's one. Whatever it's called. I'm not sure if you're getting any idea, but as I said before, like there's so much. This game has so much content for you to play and try. Pretty crazy considering it was just a couple of players. So sometimes you get names and stuff in the dungeons, but predominantly you're just looking around all the corners for the... oh, there's another one. For these runes, basically. I'm not sure if you're interested, but the looting system is also, it's kind of like a rarity loot thing. Depending on what skills you've got, depending on what skills you're currently using, then I think, well, equipment drops with a random assortment of like, I guess what would you call them? Like boosts for those skills. And you can kind of, oh, is that named? Not sure on that. I don't think so. You can actually using some of my other skills. Yeah, you can randomly change some skills, some abilities on your equipment as well. I'm not sure if you can see it very well, but the top one's like slashing strike, which is a I'm not sure what that's from. Shrill command is an animal taming skill, so I can, if I wanted to, I could replace that with another random animal taming skill, but you need a certain level in another skill to do that, and some resources as well, I think. Yeah, yeah. So that the guy who gave me so basically there's a certain amount of different maps with different mobs and stuff in them. So yeah, you can just keep going back to that guy, and he'll keep giving you these mini quests. You could just do this. That they are only up to a certain level, so. Like from a build point of view, at some point you'll need to move on to a different location to get higher level gear. But yeah, you definitely can. Yeah. Oops, thought we'd won. But yeah, I used to sit there doing this stuff all day. This pet here was a rare spawn within one of the maps. So yeah, I went through loads of them until I managed to find him, to tame him. Then you have to kill an elite mob and tame them, which was quite difficult. But yeah, I managed it in the end. I think these lead-lined boxes have got a quest thing in. Yeah. So this weaponize Z-Right is a part of the quest thing. Should be looting the mobs, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so I need that's a request. What is an F? Or what looks a bit like an F, I guess. They can put the runes in sneaky places sometimes, so you have to analyze genes. Arthropod genetics increased. There are so many different skills. Autopsy and then analyze the genes. Okay. There is an animal husbandry skill which I was really excited about. And I didn't do much of it though when it came out, because again it's just horribly grindy and gated and stuff. Yeah. How are we doing? Yeah, so you use the runes to unlock the, and you get like a fair amount of gear in there based on what your I'm obviously like over leveled for this now, really. Saying that, we're taking a long time to kill these mobs. These two mobs for some reason, not quite sure why. Oops, nope, sorry for the crashing. So one trick you used to be able to do, I'm not sure if you still can, is you could, if you want equipment for a different set of skill, different combination of skills, you can go through the dungeon and clear it out with your highest level skills. And then I think you used to be able to then change your skills and unlock the chest and maybe get some items based on, you know, just to give yourself a little I was wondering why I was taking so long to kill these mobs, but that one's high melee evasion. That's probably why. Right, another little symbol there. I'm not sure how many there are. I'm not sure if there's 6 or. Yeah, it is. I mean, as I said, I'm over leveled for this, so it probably looks easier than I guess what it would be. There is like you get like every day there's like a I'm not sure what you'd call it, like a group quest kind of raid type thing that you can get involved in and do if you want. Yeah, there's like really high level areas with bosses and whatever. Yeah, I mean there's a load of content. Oh, look at that. Oh wow, that is a boss spider. Eventually, like if you play for a long time, after you know, I used to see players like soloing everything essentially. It's a very build heavy game if you like kind of building like builds. If you like MMOs or RPGs where you create different builds and stuff. You can combine any skill with anything, so I can combine animal taming with something else or whatever, you know, it's right. I'm not sure about this, but we'll see how we go. Okay, we're not doing a lot of damage at the moment, but it's got a high armour, so once we knock the armour down, I think we'll, you know. I think we're going to win. I think we'll be alright. Got extra armor mitigation. Okay, start chipping the hit points down now. Very slowly though. I'm lucky my pet was over level for this, I think, otherwise we might have been in trouble. Okay, I think we're done. Mobs do spawn behind you as well and stuff, so you have to be careful of that. Wowzer. Ooh. Nice, got a couple of level 60 items there. We'll check those out later. I'm not sure also, I guess you could potentially kill a boss and then swap skills to get items for those skills, combination of skills. I don't think we've missed the symbol. The runes can appear on the pillars in the room as well, I think, so give all that a look. I'm not sure if they get stuck behind things. We looked there, didn't we? Yeah. So we've got 4 runes. I'm not sure how many runes there are in a dungeon. Maybe it's 4. I'm not sure, but we'll clear out the dungeon anyway. I think he's doing okay. There was kind of like a skill rotation where I could get my pet to do like a big upfront nuke, like damage hit, but oh, there's one. That's 5 runes so far. I need to find out where that. I think I said, like, when I logged in this morning, there was a character with a skeleton pet that looked like this kind of model, and I checked what skills he was using, and it was animal taming. So I guess it's probably going to be pretty high level, but there is like a skeleton pet you can tame by looks of things, which I'm going to need to look into. Plus any other new pets that I think we're pretty much cleared out here. I'm sure there's one more rune. Yeah, there it is. Muh. Oh, not quite finished yet. There's a lot of, if you're into it, there's a lot of crafting and stuff as well in the game. Loads of crafting. Okay, so these are actually very simple, but I'm probably going to make a hash of it now because, oh, it's only 4. I used to have the logic down pat, but now because I'm on stream, probably going to be, does it tell you? Okay, yeah, so down here it tells you that 2 of the symbols are correct, but they're in the wrong places essentially. So if we chuck the M, and I think it's that one at the front, and we'll try the B and the thingy. Okay, so I've got 1 in the right place this time. So let's go that one. B, the R. Yeah, because we haven't got any in the right place, have we? So if we that doesn't make sense, does it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6. I found 6 runes, and we've used 4 here, and it says only 1 of them is right. So how can that be? Mathematically. Okay. What was the old man's brain here? Oh, we've got that one as well, but we know that one's not in the correct place. So we'll go F, then we'll go that one, then we'll go that one. So what does that mean again? So 1 is still in the right place. Is it M? No, only, yeah, but I think you can only, I found 6, I'm trying to remember how to do this. I found 6 runes. And I thought that the 6 runes are the ones that you use, the 6 you find are the ones you use to unlock the chest, but maybe not. Maybe I've got that wrong. I mean, there's so many guesses, it probably doesn't matter, but So if it's just a case of just working it out randomly by trying all the runes, then why did I find 6 runes? That doesn't. Let's go MB. That dude. And that dude. No, so now we've got 1 wrong. Right, let's use a line just to. No, so I've used 4 runes that I. That's weird. I thought that the runes that I found, that I've written down, are the ones that you need to work out to solve the puzzle. Let's just chuck in another random one. So 1 correct again. That's weird. Actually, M's not in the correct spot anyway, is it? Because it's wrong there, so. There could be M at the end. But then it's not any of these other ones that were part of what I haven't written. I definitely have not did not write these symbols down incorrectly. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it's that those symbols, maybe the ones you find are not part of the puzzle. No, that can't be right, can it? I'm sure that's not how it was. I've got 6 symbols written down here that we found. Okay, let's go. Let's see if M is the one that's in the correct position. Oh, it could be. No, it's not, because now there's 1 in the wrong position again. B in 3, do you think? M's not in it. So we think FB here. Let's try that. See what we get. Yeah, we haven't had FB yet, have we? So let's go FB. Whatever. Okay, so we've got 2 in the right spot. But out of the symbols that I've found, I've used every other one. So M maybe not, but then the T or the R. Not R because it's so let's try TFB. What other symbols did we find? TFB. No, we decided it wasn't M, didn't we? No, still 2. Which we think is probably FB. So it's not R, it's not T, it's not C, it's not that one. Doesn't seem to be M. We haven't tried. Have we tried S yet? FB. That one? No. Still two right. Maybe F and B. We should, at some point now, surely it should have told us that we've got two correct, but some of them maybe, but some ones that are wrong as well. Unless F and B is wrong. See, this is one right here, so it's got to be the F, but none of the other symbols then are part of the. And here it's telling us we've got one correct as well, which is probably the B. But for everything else. So what symbols haven't we used yet? Have we used that one? Yes. No, we haven't. We've used the S, but so we've used these four, and they were all no goes. We used X here. Sorry, Liz, I don't know if you can see it that well. We used X here, and it was 0, 0 and 0. So no symbols correct, but in the wrong place. That's weird. This one, I bung that here. Then we've got our F and B, and then what can we stick at the end? See, this one here is telling us there's one symbol correct but in the wrong spot, but that's probably B, isn't it? This one here is telling us that one is in the right spot, not F and B, so it could be M at the end. I don't know. No. Do you know what? Yeah, of course. So it could be FFBB or BFBF. Oh man, yeah. I guess it's a bit late. It's our last go. No, we didn't do it. Have I got any lockpicks? I don't think I have. FFBB, yeah, could have been that way around. I need to remember that then for next time. It could obviously be. I don't think we've got any lockpicks. No. Yeah. So remember to repeat them, or is it possible to repeat them? That's all right though. I mean, you can repeat these over and over again, so it's not a massive deal. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a day there. I'm kind of feeling back into it again, but you know what it's like when you start an MMO back up again. You know, you kind of get like you get that feeling, don't you, for a period of time, and then you kind of drift away. But there is some new content that I haven't seen yet. There's like a whole new massive zone, apparently, high level zone that I haven't seen. So maybe I'll go and have a look at that, work on some skills and stuff and whatnot. And yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. It's just a quick one, really, just to have a look at the Steam release anyway of Project Gorgon. Hope you enjoyed it. What day is it tomorrow? Tuesday tomorrow. If not up to much tomorrow, I'll reorientate myself with the game. A dead vole. And yeah, and maybe we'll do some more meaningful content next time. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.